Well, I got the tanks hooked up. External DI tanks. RO is getting repaired. Got the new pump in there, so I thought I'd try it out. Of course, right now it's running through 3/8, 50 foot of it. But in the back there, you see that white hose. There's 75 feet of the flat tubing. The reason I'm trying that is sometimes low pressure, it'll shudder because there's not enough pressure to expand. So I thought I'd just right now run it through the fitting. Let's see what we got. See how much oomph we got coming from my new pump going through the large diameter hose. Well, let's open it up. Okay, holy crap, let's see. That is pretty far. And to see where it's hitting, that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're talking 25 feet of spray coming out. And I dare say that hose with the extra pressure keeping expanded is adding a little bit more oomph. Now if I were to continue with, let's say, let's try the old the white brush. Okay, definitely, I don't know if you can see how big that splay pattern is, but it is pretty massive. So this pump rocks really well, and this hose seems to be working too. Of course, you could slow it down to something a little more respectable like that. You know, just adjust your valve a little. There you go. It works just fine, but for full bore, I think I'll try something else. Let me try my favorite little red brush. And here's the little red guy, like the little red guy. Let's see how well he does with this new pump and new hose. Yeah, it'll squirt. Well, we're looking at about 20 feet. So yeah, there you go, nice respectable pattern. Pump's barely making a little shuddering just to keep the hose and everything running smooth. And the hose doesn't seem to be shuddering or shaking at all. So I dare say, I think that hose combination, because 3/8 hose gives me somewhat funky spray because it's a little too small. Too much friction loss. But with this pump here, it's a 70 psi washdown pump, powered by a 101 amp battery. So yeah, that's a keeper. Thought I'd just share because we're talking about flat tubing. Perry's coming out with the 1/2 inch. This of course is 5/8 because I use it for other than water fed pole work. Because one of my primary hoses I do use for everything else, tap washes, is this hose. It's called Gator Hide, and it's lasted me 3 years and hasn't punctured. Plus I sometimes use it for my RO because I let it lay out in the sun and it heats the water up, so I get a good 70 something degrees run through my RO, make more water that way. And of course, got to have the high pressure hose. I'm using the transfer pump, especially if you're sucking water. But yeah, I think the 75 will work good. So when y'all start using that 1/2 inch Perry flat tubing, hey, give it a shot. Can't guarantee how well it's going to work with certain pumps. This, I have a pretty feisty pump, so it keeps it inflated, because when you actually, here, let me see if I can do this here. And when you let it out, it self-drains. There you go, flat as can be. And it doesn't tangle, that is all.